Alright, hello. So RPM just made a video that I was debating on making. And so since he covered the topic, I just decided, I'll record this. I already did a recording, but I still haven't uploaded it. But I guess I'm just gonna discard it now because there was a bunch of other topics included in it. So it's kind of obsolete now. Um, So RPM had done a video about the YouTube channel China Unvarnished of specifically where there was you know a dating event and men did not show up as usual. That is the norm now. That's been the norm for quite a few years, ever since Red Pill has become mainstream. And I say red pill because RPM is more of a red pill channel, but he is a very based person, as if he were a black pill, but he's also not like depressing sounding. He's very positive in his delivery of his content. Um, so yeah, it's a good channel, but I don't really watch it as much as I used to. Um, Maybe every once in a while I'll check out the HMT series. I forgot what number he's on, but probably somewhere around 400 if I had to guess based on memory. But anyways, I just want to talk about the idea of a woman having achievements and financial stability and why it doesn't fucking matter. Women need to get it through their head that achievements do not matter in terms of attracting a male. Okay? Women, the only thing that is important about a woman in terms of her having a successful partner is being attractive, and that's it. And not having a sassy attitude, not being a bitch, not ordering people around, not being a boss babe or whatever you want to call it. None of those things. The ideal woman that a man wants is somebody who is sweet, motherly, caring, positive, believes in the guy that she is dating, has no social media, um, isn't on her phone all the fucking time, cooks, cleans. I guess I personally would like to spend a lot of time with the girls, so I'll throw that in there. So if you have those traits where you are like motherly, caring, sweet, then you have things going for you. You have your head on right. But for those that don't, those women that don't have that, who are just like always a bitch, always complaining about shit, always ranting on YouTube and stuff, those women don't have a future with a man because they haven't figured it out yet. They still don't understand why a man just doesn't want to be with them. It has nothing to do with your achievements. It has nothing to do with how much money you make or anything like that. Nobody cares about that. The only time I could see somebody caring about that is if somebody like me who no longer wants to get a job, no longer wants to work, do anything really, only wants to do their hobbies until they die. Uh, the only time that would come into play where you have your achievements and you make your money, like six figure, I guess. Um, that's the only time that would matter. Uh, because yeah, a part of me wants to be with a a leftover Chinese woman that has those things going for her, and I do want to be taken care of. That's just me. There might be some things that I have to sacrifice in order to get that lifestyle, but I don't mind. But I will not throw away my art hobby. Um, I would be willing to not game as much because I am getting bored of that. At least the newer stuff. I don't really care for newer games as much. I find myself going back to older games like PS1, uh, PS3, 360, stuff like that. I don't really care for the PS2 library, to be honest. I know some people love it, but I don't really care for it. Um, but yeah, I don't really care for newer games. So I'm just saying, like, as an example, like the only time that would matter as a woman for you to have those achievements and make that amount of money is if you're willing to take care of somebody who just doesn't want to work anymore. That's the only situation where that would come into play, where that would fit in perfectly, in my opinion. Otherwise, it is pretty much pointless for a woman to have those achievements and think that that is the reason she is found attractive. Like, no, that is not the reason. The reason is because you have a nice body, a nice face, you have a alluring personality, and that's it. And I know women are gonna say, "Oh my God, that's so objectifying." Tough shit. That's the reality. That's what a man wants. Just like what a woman wants, only wants money from a man or a certain lifestyle, and then behind his back she can cheat on him and shit. Tough shit. If you want that lifestyle, you have to commit to being, I guess, submissive in a way. Um, but yeah, for me personally, I wouldn't mind sacrificing a few things. Um, I think the main hobbies that I would like to keep, if I could, be with somebody who is willing to take care of me financially, put a roof over my head, cook for me, and maybe I would do some stuff around the house in exchange, and also just like give, at least in my opinion, try to give her the best sex she's ever had. Um, the only hobbies that I would like to keep is my art, my older games, and my computers in general. Like that's all I need. Uh, I don't really need anything else. Maybe I would like to keep one of my dolls, but that's where I draw the line. If any of those things are taken away, oh yeah, it's a no go for me. So I understand that if I was in that situation, I would be expected to do shit. Um, but yeah. But because I'm not, I have more of a spectator view on it. I'm also very picky about it in a way. But if I was actually in the situation, I feel like I would be willing to sacrifice more, depending on how happy the woman made me and how good she looked. Um, my whole viewpoint on it is kind of misconstrued with the idea of hentai in a little bit because I have watched a lot of that kind of material where basically it's like human having sex with non-human humanoids, such as like an ogre, a fucking pig man, uh, an imp or a goblin or whatever you call it, like those kinds of things. So um, I have sort of like a male fantasy view towards it, where like a woman just happily takes care of me and stuff like that. Um, Basically, while I be pretty much lazy and just be a pig, fuck the shit out of her, and she's happy. Um, that might be a reality for some people. It seems to be a reality for women that choose bad guys, quote unquote. You know, where they don't have to have a job. Basically, they probably just get their brains fucked out, and that's why they choose to stay. Um, but yeah, that's just my take on it. So, just a message to not only Chinese women, but women in general. Just, you're wasting your time if you think getting an achievement is like the way to a man's heart, or the way to like attract a man like that. That's not how it works. Um, it's funny because women are supposed to be emotionally intelligent, right? But yet they lack the intelligence to understand that a man wants a woman emotionally the most, in my opinion. Uh, because otherwise, you would just get a sex doll. Like there is no point really to being with somebody if they are just going to be like cold and dismissive, rude all the fucking time. Like there's no point. You might as well just have like a shut up filter basically on that person. But yeah, hopefully I've this has reminded me. I've seen some robotic inventions on Twitter or slash X that have been towards the waifu agenda, I guess you could say. They've been pretty good, but some of them are pretty creepy. Like I've seen some where the mouth and the eyes move, and there's actually facial expressions. But yeah, it's only like a head piece. It's not like a full body. I've seen that there's robotic smart dolls. Basically, what a smart doll is basically like a 1/12 or 1/8 inch scale, or sorry, 1/8 life size scale of like an anime girl doll, and it just basically has the ability to move like a robot on its own. I've seen people controlling it manually with their hands, or they use software. So I don't know. I hope that gets moving pretty quickly because honestly, I don't think men are willing to tolerate women's high standards for much longer. So yeah. But yeah, as for me personally, if there is no woman out there that is willing to take care of me and basically let me be in the male fantasy that I want to be in, um, I'm pretty much fine with my dolls, so it's not really a lose situation for me. But I would like to be with a real woman. Um, but yeah, I'm also pretty content with the amount of personal success that I've had with my art and bringing Taeyong into a physical form in the real world and not just having her digital. So, but yeah, this is not Taeyong on the screen, by the way. This is an actual AF doll that I've gotten from the website. So, this is before Taeyong was a doll. So, um, but yeah. Anyways, I guess that's all I have to say. I wish women would actually understand. Like, I wish things didn't have to be this way, but I don't think that will ever happen. So there is nothing more to say, really. Humans are selfish. Everybody is selfish, not just women. Um, and I think that will be the downfall of us eventually. Maybe not in the next 500 years, but eventually. But anyways, I guess that's it. See ya.